Hello, my name is Bob McBride, the Superintendent of Lockport Township High School District 205, and this is your board meeting brief for the Board of Education meeting that we had online on January 25th, 2021. Typically we meet here in the Porter Room, but with the pandemic, we were fully online. This particular board meeting was one of our longest board meetings of the year, going almost to 10:30. And even though it was a very long meeting, 3.5 hours long, I'd really only like to share with you in this brief 4 important points. Student reports that we had at the very beginning of the meeting, some points from my superintendent report that I made to the board, the student achievement update that we gave the board for student achievement in 2020, and then an exciting project that we're going to do at our East Campus MIS, or favorably known as the library. Our Board of Education has begun the practice of opening all of our meetings with student reports, and we had about half hour of student reports. We heard from student government and our Student Equity Action Committee. Our student government reported out not only about the events that they're running with students to try to keep students active and interested in school, but also about how things are going in remote and how things are going in hybrid. They were candid about the pluses and about the minuses, about the challenge of coming to in-person learning and having tests when they expected to have activities, about some of the challenges of pivoting between those two different platforms. It's important to our Board of Education to hear from students, to learn about their experience. We try to do our best. We're not perfect, and our students are more than willing to tell us that. Also, we heard from our Student Equity Action Committee. This is a committee that formed in June of 2020. Right now, they're working on a number of things. They're preparing for Black History Month. They're working with our English department and our Social Studies department to rethink our curriculum. And they're engaged in a police youth forum conversation with the Lockport Police. My superintendent's report this month really focused in on a thought exchange survey that many of you took, where we asked, what questions do you still have as we move forward through this unusual school year? I would encourage you to go to our website to see where those questions are posted and some of the answers that we are giving as a district. Why don't we stream the classes that are in person? How long do we think we will be in hybrid? Why are we moving from 2 weeks in person to 2 weeks remote? I would encourage you really to take a look. Also, I reported to the Board of Education the process of vaccinating our educators. We are so grateful that the Will County Executive, Jennifer Barron-Torino, Will County Public Health, Will County Regional Office of Education, and Silver Cross Hospital have, at the point of this filming, scheduled almost all of our educators for vaccinations in the month of February. That really moves us forward in the pandemic. Probably the most important thing that we did in the board meeting was we talked about student achievement in 2020. We had the opportunity to collect all the achievement data over the past year to look at its surprising and outstanding results, to be honest about areas that we could improve. On the SAT, our class of 2021 performed as well statistically as the class behind it that didn't have the pandemic when it was going through its first 3 years of high school. Historically, after a whole year and looking back, we have more A's and B's in all departments than in the past 3 years. We have fewer failing grades than we've had in those departments in the past 4 or 5 years. Certainly something is going right with achievement, and that's really a tribute to our teachers and to your students in this pandemic. But we also have to be honest about areas that we could improve. We've noticed that students who take 3 years of science perform better on the SAT than students who only take 2 years of science that are required. We've noticed that there are some disparities in achievement along the lines of race or income or special need. That's something that we could definitely work on. We've also noticed that there are students in every class and in every grade level that could use individualized, specialized help. And we've got to find a way to provide that one-on-one help. We presented that data to our board. There's a great deal to celebrate, amazing in this pandemic year, and there's honest work that we have to do to close opportunity and achievement gaps. Finally, in the board meeting, we spotlighted and our board approved an exciting project in the East Campus MIS, which was renovated in 2017. But the interior spaces, the interior rooms in our library at East Campus were not renovated. In many ways, those rooms have become cramped office spaces or just junk spaces for overhead projectors and equipment we no longer use. And putting your tax money to work at a time when people need to be put at work, and at a time when it's very cost effective, and at a time where students will return to campus in August of 2021, hungry to continue using technology in new and innovative ways that our teachers have learned through this pandemic. We're excited for this project, and we're excited to have it on a timeline to be ready in August of 2021. This has been your board meeting brief for our board meeting on Monday, January 25th. Thanks so much for listening in, and as always, the board meeting in its entirety and all the information that I've shared with you can be found on our website, www.lths.org. Go Porters.